So you think you're goal oriented, and I would probably disagree with you depending on how you live by that. So I was having a conversation with a friend, and I said, I'm goal oriented. And he said, of course, everyone's goal oriented. I just wait until something happens, and then I respond to it and get it done. That's how I'm goal oriented. And for me, that's being reactive. You are allowing the situation to control you. And my favorite word or phrase for that is being a master of your circumstances, because you can take what's around you and you can create what's needed, but you're still limited by what's around you and what you see. And for myself, I've been a very goal-oriented person. I've always created goals. I've always thought about my goals. I've always worked on how to craft goals and accomplish them. And so for me, goals are what we want to accomplish in life. And to be a goal-oriented person is to be a purpose-driven person, is to be someone who creates goals, either large and overarching, I want to cure cancer, in order to follow your purpose in life, or you have a goal that is just what I want my life to be, and you choose it free from any limitation. So nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to limit you. And so for myself, I've been goal-oriented since I was in middle school. And I know that in 5th and 6th grade, I was doing research on what do college students mess up? Why do college students fail? Why don't they graduate from college? So I'm 5th, 6th grade, looking up study habits, looking up, college scholarships, just trying to get myself ready for that next step in life. And so when it came time for high school, I was like, wait, high school? What is this? And then I was like, well, something else for me to conquer on my way to the top. So I didn't let that stop me. I graduated top 10% of my class in spite of having moved in the middle. And I just love to have fun and reach my goals. And even in college, in my final years of high school, I was setting up my college goals. I wanted to study abroad for a year. I wanted to graduate with a good job. And I wanted to be amazing and know I could find work no matter what, because I'm wonderful. And so I did not do a year abroad, but I did study abroad in France for a summer. Went there with $100 in my pocket, thanks to my grandma. And I'd done work as an extra on a movie that put money in my bank account, but I didn't want to use that. So in my first week of being in France, I was just speaking to people who were working, and I met this amazing woman. She had 2 beautiful children, and she paid me 10 euros a week to speak English to them. So I was pretty much just getting paid to speak my native language, and I was like, I'm not going to argue with you. So I went to the cheapest market, just walked 10, 15 minutes, made sure I stuck with my budget, and I spent, weekends in Paris and Nice and was able to travel with the group, but, that's just me mastering my circumstances instead of dreaming even bigger. And I also was able to have a job ready before I graduated. So in the October, November of my winter semester in my final year in college, I had a job lined up, and I knew where I was going to go in June, and all I had to do was get that piece of paper that said college graduate, and then I was going to be doing my consulting thing, traveling across the country, and I did it, and it was a lot of fun. I met some of my favorite people through it. I have best friends from it, and I'm so glad I met them because they're super supportive. And I know that for myself personally, I have secret goals. I have these goals that I have argued with myself over, goals that I don't want to admit that I have, the goals that scare me a little bit because they're so big. I've wanted to own my own business, and I would like to own my own business, and I'm afraid that maybe I shouldn't. And I wanted to do a YouTube for a long time, but I was like, I'm not that type of person, and I want to reach a lot of people and help empower them to take control of their lives. And I've also wanted to unite and connect with people, but I never knew how before. And so I'm just excited to figure out what I want, work with people to find what they want. And I realized that goals are my passion, helping people create what they desire, figuring it out, uncovering what they're hiding from, and just supporting them in that process. That is what I want to do. So I would love for you to comment with your goals and Share what you think. I want to be interactive with this. And I would love for you to subscribe and share with people, especially if you find this valuable. And I just want to thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me. And that if you like it, dislike it, I think that's awesome. Feedback is incredible. And I'm just excited to see what comes next. So thank you again.